Okay, so with the undefeated thing, right?
Hmm.
Okay, so you do know who has the record for being undefeated with the most wins?
Rocky.
Oh no,
No.
that's heavyweight division.
Oh, okay.
Ricardo Lopez
Ricardo
is
Lopez.
51 and 0.
51 and 0.
51 and 0.
Okay.
And there's five guys, three of note. Here's Ricardo Lopez.
We got Cal Slappy.
Yeah, and then of course Rocky, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but out of the five guys, none of them are African American.
Mm-hmm.
So, how do you think the Floyd undefeated thing weighs in on his career and the legacy of African American fighters as well?
Well, I mean, with Floyd, if Floyd retires undefeated, it's he will go down as one of the great fighters
Right,
ever.
right,
Being African American, I don't think would have anything to do with it because there are many great African American fighters who have losses. Some are considered the greatest ever. They have losses. So with Floyd retiring undefeated, I mean his name would go up there, regardless of color.
right.
He would be up there as Floyd Mayweather Jr., 49 and 0, 50 and 0, 51 and 0, whatever and 0. To me, when boxers are undefeated, again, this is my personal opinion, color, the national race of the boxer shouldn't be considered because then that would take away from
Right,
the record.
right.
You know?
Kind of like with the Rocky Marciano thing, like.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? At the same token, hey man, as far as Italians being proud of Rocky Marciano,
Mm-hmm.
that 49 and 0. Hey man, if I was Italian, I'll be holding on to that too, right?
You don't take this away from us.
Hey man, so I can't even knock him. But I think for me, here's where or here's where it hits home is I think it's debatable if Floyd is the greatest of all time. It's debatable whether it's a conversation even. So if he retires undefeated, that might not get him to be the greatest of all time. But if he's the first African American fighter to retire undefeated, he can take that home with him, and he'll always stand out. So I think with that, and then I think African Americans fighters have covered all of the bases except for that, and that's extremely hard to do, man.
Undefeated.
Retire undefeated. So I think from that standpoint, and then just beating Ricardo Lopez's record, 51 and 0, I think it means something, to get to 52 and 0 because he's only 5 wins away. So I think it's important in that, right? So moving right along.